A local church is doing what they can to give people some shelter from the cold. I'm Zach Dodge with the story.
Educators in Diamond, Missouri tell us how virtual learning is changing the traditional snow day routine. More people plan to celebrate Valentine's Day at home, and a local business has the perfect treat for the more carnivorous couples in the 4 states.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Overnight wind chills could make things feel extremely cold tonight. This is KOAM News at 6. We go straight now to Doug Hetty. It's hard to imagine it being much colder than it is now, but it's going that direction, Doug.
Yeah, we've made it all the way through the winter. We've had a lot of little bouts with snow and ice, but we made it all winter long without any Arctic air. And then, of course, it rolled in earlier this week, and it's going to continue to go downward over the next several days. 17, that was the best we could do for a high. We've had the clouds, and it's been spitting flurries and light snow out there. We're not going to see any additional accumulation. It's the cold we have to focus on over the next couple days. So wind chill advisory in effect for us tonight into tomorrow morning. We still are going to have the clouds and even these light little flurries across the region as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. But as we work into tomorrow, I do think we'll start to see at least a few improvements across the region. Also chances for snow, maybe a big snow. We're going to talk about that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Doug. A lot of organizations are working to help get people out of the cold. KOAM's Zach Dodge joins us now from Carterville, where a church is doing what it can. Apparently, Zach is having some difficulty hearing us for this report. We can tell you that Carterville's First Baptist Church is running a warming station in their sanctuary so that those less fortunate can get out of the cold, even for a little bit, but they could do even more if they had some more help.
Carterville resident Cheyenne Brooke is passionate about helping the less fortunate.
I love this community. I adore this community. So anything that I can help to enhance it or, give better opportunities, that's what I'm here for.
That's why she was one of the first to step up for a pretty important project at her church.
Ever since the weather turned crazy and it started icing, we opened our church as a warming center for while we're here.
Carterville First Baptist Church is offering a warm place out of the cold for the homeless or anyone that needs a reprieve from the bone-chilling temps, complete with snacks, a warm coffee, and a blanket they can take with them. The goal is to fill a gap in the community where there's not many places doing the same.
That's another reason why we decided to open that up here, is like Webb City and Carterville and Oronogo, Carthage. Yeah, we don't really have much.
We just want them to know this is a safe place. There's no judgment here. They're welcome to come here. We're not going to ask questions.
But right now, they can only have it open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. because they only have 3 volunteers. So they're looking for more like Cheyenne who are willing to help.
I think we could have it open longer if we had actual people to be here to man it, because we each have things. We have certain programs that we run, and we have things we have to do in the afternoons. So if we had people that could be here to help run it, it would probably be easier to keep it open a little longer through the day.
Our whole goal is just to care about people, and this is a small way to do it, just opening our doors, turning the heat up, and inviting people in.
Again, that was Zach Dodge reporting. The church is also accepting donations of blankets, hygiene products, and snacks. If you want to be a volunteer at the warming station, we're going to have information on how to do that on our website a little bit later tonight. All right, that brings us to our KOAM News Now Insta poll. Today's question is, which 4-state weather extreme is worse? The coldest days of winter or the hottest days of summer? You can vote at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live. We're going to check in on them periodically throughout this newscast, and we'll keep it open this night. We're going to have the final results on KOAM News at 10. Missouri health officials say they're optimistic efforts to provide COVID-19 vaccines will expand soon, both in terms of increased vaccine availability and the number of approved vaccinators. The head of the state health department says next month, Missouri expects to receive a significant amount of a new Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which requires only 1 shot. At the same time, vaccinations will begin tomorrow at some Missouri Walmart and Sam's Clubs. and the state will begin using retired healthcare workers to administer the shots. The positive message came as Governor Mike Parson complained to Missouri mayors about constant criticism in the media about the state's vaccination efforts. The Diamond School District is using tools they acquired because of the pandemic to change snow days. Now, instead of kids being out for the day, they learn virtually through Google Classrooms. It doesn't take away from their entire day off. It's just a few hours of lessons, but school officials say it does help the kids stay on track.
Because we've been able to keep up and make sure our kids are on track with what they're doing, with what we need them to know and learn. So it's a very good alternative, and make sure that they're still learning and they're not falling so far behind to where we're going to have to backtrack as much.
Even PE is done virtually. The kids record themselves doing an assigned physical activity and send that to their instructor. Still ahead, if you and your love share a love of meat products, we can help you with your Valentine's Day plans. And ArtCon has gone virtual. We're going to tell you about this year's event and hear from a local comic artist about the medium's connection to the Midwest. According to the National Retail Federation, 24% of people surveyed say they'll celebrate Valentine's Day with a night out. That's down from 34% last year, which means more people prepare their Valentine's meal at home. And if you and the love of your life share a love of cured meats, well, 417 Foodie has you covered. The Foodie makes charcuterie boards, and she has a special one planned for Valentine's Day. DEENA Richardson started the 417 Foodie service as a take-home option at the beginning of the pandemic.
Give people something to take home, to have a date night in or something special to do. And so as the holidays keep coming and we're still being safe and staying home as much as possible, this weekend and this holiday is the same. Our boards are perfect for pickup, take home.
417 Foodie is opened a storefront at 106 South Main in Joplin. If you're a lover of comic books, the entertainment industry, and all things pop culture, then you might be familiar with ArtCon, the annual convention held by the Neosho Arts Council, celebrating the worlds of superheroes, science fiction, and beyond. Over the last few years, the Neosho Arts Council has hosted its local Comic-Con equivalent in person. However, this year, you can attend without even leaving the house. From contests to discussion panels, industry professionals will be part of the action, including the artist behind these pieces you're seeing now, ANDE. He's a Kansas-based comic book artist whose work has been turned into films by Netflix. This morning on the KOAM Morning News, we asked him how he felt, asked him if he felt there's a reason his industry includes so many four-state natives.
I don't know that there's any reason our part of the world might create cartoonist talent, but I do think that people in our part of the world tend to be very friendly and open and kind of engaged with their fellow humans in a pleasing, nice way. And I think that translates to stories that people want to read about in some way or other. So yeah, I think that humanity that we kind of hold dear here in the Midwest translates to telling stories that are relatable to other people.
Tonight, ANDE will join fellow comic book artist Phil Hester on a panel moderated by KOAM's Jesse Irwin for the opening night of ArtCon. They'll discuss their work, careers, and naturally just geek out. More information on how to virtually attend is on our morning show page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Doug Hetty is up next with his complete very cold forecast, and later Missouri lawmakers introduce a proposal that would allow some people to keep unemployment payments they weren't eligible to receive.
A little tart for me.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a super cold day for us today. We haven't had Arctic air all winter long. We've had about 8 to 10 bouts with winter weather, not a huge storm, but several bouts. But we haven't had the Arctic air until this week. And once you get it, it is kind of hard to get rid of it, and that's going to be the case over about the next week or so. Temperatures sitting into the mid-teens for us right now, but we do have a little bit of a wind. So our wind chill, it's 3 in Fort Scott, 7 in Chetopa, 7 in Neosho, and these are going to drop tonight below 0, so a bitter cold across the region, but we aren't alone. Look at the entire, really, gosh, what, 2/3 of the country sitting under this Arctic air mass, and again, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. We're still going to have the clouds, few random flurries out there, a little bit of light snow. No accumulations for us tonight, but our temperatures will drop to about 10 by midnight. I think most of us will bottom out at about 7 degrees. We have that wind chill advisory in effect until tomorrow morning, as our wind chills are going to be in that -5 to -10 degree range. And again, we still have the clouds and a little bit of spitting snow out there. No additional accumulations. I think our main focus weather-wise for about the next 2 days is going to be the cold, and then it's going to switch to winter storm possibilities for us next week. Tonight, we do have some freezing rain and sleet and thunderstorms across the southern plains. That will not affect us. Our next storm system out across the Pacific Northwest. Also look to our north. See that little spin right around Winnipeg? That is the polar vortex that has given us all this Arctic air, which is going to be sitting on us for quite some time. Wind chills tonight, -5 to about -10. They don't get a whole bunch better tomorrow. It's still going to feel like it's in the single digits all day long. Cloudy skies tonight, a few random flurries, but I do think we may see a little bit of sunshine for us tomorrow. It doesn't help our temperatures out a whole bunch. 14 by noon, 18 for an afternoon high. A weak wave passes to our south tomorrow night, especially our northern counties. We are going to get a little bit of light snow and flurries, very similar to what we've had today. If there was accumulation tomorrow night, it'd be about a dusting, so nothing too big. Most of Saturday looks okay, but watch what happens into Sunday morning. We have 2 waves that are coming out. So the first one is a weaker wave, and as of right now, it looks like light snow on Sunday. The problem is when temperatures are in the single digits, your liquid to, well, your ratio from liquid over to snow is very high, so it doesn't take that much snow to really accumulate fast. So light snow through the daytime hours on Sunday, and we could pick up maybe 1 to 3 inches on Sunday. Then another batch will start to roll in as we head into Monday. We're on the northern edge of this, but I do think we're going to at least get some snow out of this, and it's going to roll out of here by the time we head into Monday evening. We're going to keep the amounts very conservative right now. We're going to go about 3 to 7 inches, but a lot could change over the next few days, and I think those amounts would go up instead of down, so a lot to watch. 18 tomorrow, 17 on Saturday. Valentine's Day, stay home. It's going to be light snow. It's going to be 9 degrees, 6 degrees on President's Day. That's when our better shot is for accumulating snow.
My goodness, it's going to be dangerous out there. People need to be careful.
Extremely dangerous.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead this week, drivers along the Northeast Missouri Highway got a glimpse of a community's love for a former Marine who was gunned down while serving as a security guard. We're going to show you how that community came together on a whim and created something so moving. Missouri lawmakers are considering several bills to allow Missourians to keep unemployment benefits they were not entitled to receive. The House Special Committee on Government Oversight heard 7 proposals yesterday to forgive payments to people who were not intentionally committing fraud. Governor Mike Parson has said people should return the money. Most of the bills considered yesterday focused on federal unemployment benefits. Only about 20 to 25% of the overpayments in Missouri came from state funds. Committee Chairman Jared Taylor says the committee will likely combine most of the proposals into one bill and vote on it early next week. A Kansas House committee votes to expand that state's recognition of other states' concealed carry permits. Republican Attorney General Derek Schmidt says the bill would help Kansas maintain reciprocity agreements with other states, which would help Kansans carry concealed firearms elsewhere. The bill is drawing some pushback from Democrats and gun control groups who worry it would allow people from states with looser gun laws to carry hidden guns in Kansas. The House Federal and State Affairs Committee yesterday voted to advance that bill to the full House for a vote. Police in northwestern Missouri say 2 men have been fatally shot by another man in a dispute over firewood. Police in Parkville say the deadly confrontation happened last night after two men in a truck hauling firewood met with another man at a Platte County home to sell the firewood. Police say there was a dispute and the men with the firewood left. Police believe the other man then followed the truck and fired shots at both men inside. Police say the driver of the truck died at the scene. The passenger was taken to a hospital where he later died. Police have not released the names of the men killed or the suspect who was arrested. A community in northeastern Missouri reacted with an outpouring of support recently to honor a former Marine killed last month at his job as a security guard. Volunteers erected hundreds of flags along a road to pay tribute to that man. Alex Fees reports.
In a well-orchestrated effort, veteran service organization members and community residents turn out and put in place 1,500 flags along both sides of Highway 185. They are here to honor husband, father, and former Marine James Cook, who was shot and killed January 31st while serving as a security guard on a Metrolink platform. This effort came together so well and so fast, you'd never know these people are volunteers.
You know, he's one of my friends, and he left this world unexpectedly. I kind of want to honor him the best way I can.
That they feel supported and that they know that we're behind them praying.
Let them know how much we care for them and how much we love them, and you know that we're praying for them.
Volunteers with the Flagman's Mission Continues say they are here to honor service members.
This is the least we can do for them and their families. You know, I've talked to a lot of families as well, and this really helps out with the grieving process.
We bring the flags, we bring the tools, we bring the instructions. We hope that the community and the family remember the flags.
A funeral service honored Cook this week. A final check on the weather is next. Take time now to honor a local veteran, Sergeant John Hemphill. The Commerce, Oklahoma native served in the U.S. Army in Korea, and we are proud to salute Sergeant John Hemphill. He's tonight's four-state hero. Let's check in on today's KOAM News Now Insta poll. Again, the question is, which four-state weather extreme is worse? At this point, 72% of you participating say the coldest days of winter are worse. 28% say no, actually, hottest days of summer are worse. You can vote at KOAMNewsNow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to have the final results on KOAM News at 10. Jordan Abe joins us now with a look at what's coming up on our sister station, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Dow tonight at 9, going to look at how the COVID-19 vaccine distribution process has been going on in Jasper County, Missouri. Plus, the Dallas Mavericks owner speaks about choosing not to play the national anthem before games. And tax season kicking off tomorrow. Going to hear about the do's and don'ts of doing taxes during these unprecedented times. That and more coming your way tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
All right, let's check back with Doug Hetty now for a final look at this very, very cold forecast, Doug.
Yeah, Dow, it looks like temperatures dropping to about 7 degrees tonight, but with a north wind, we're going to have wind chill factors -5 to -10. So dangerously cold tonight, and it gets worse over the next few days. A little bit of sunshine tomorrow and Saturday. Pretty good chances for snow on Sunday and Monday. We're definitely going to talk more about that tonight at 10.
I would think so. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.